There are currently no safe ways to receive aid in Gaza. There have been multiple shootings by Israeli soldiers at Israel-controlled Gaza Humanitarian Foundation sites, and now multiple shootings by troops at the tiny numbers of UN convoys crossing at just 2 border posts. Well over 1,000 Palestinians have now been shot dead by Israeli troops while desperate for aid. Countries including Egypt, Jordan, the United Arab Emirates and Spain have dropped aid into Gaza from planes. It's never very much at all, a few tons per flight at best, but it does make for flashy humanitarian marketing. It's also dangerous, leading to scrambles on the ground. And last March, 5 Palestinian children were reported killed when 2 parachutes failed to open. What airdrops could potentially have provided, however, is a way for journalists to have a closer look at what Israel is doing in Gaza. That's what the BBC's Jeremy Bowen hoped when he boarded a Jordanian flight. And then this happened.
So the Jordanians have passed on a message from the Israelis. The Israelis don't want us to film out of the window at the devastation inside Gaza. But I've spent 10 minutes looking at it with my own eyes. And I can tell you that communities in the north of Gaza that I knew well, very vibrant, tens of thousands of people living hard lives, but actually with a remarkable human spirit, are flat. There's nothing left of them. Now, if you've been watching satellite pictures, it won't come as any surprise. But seeing it is really something. Israel will not allow reporters like myself to enter Gaza to report the story. And they don't want us to see it, to film it anyway, from above either.
They don't even want us to film it from above. Now, I saw some people speculating that that might be because it would give away IDF positions to Hamas or other fighters in the Strip. I mean, it might. But what it's much more likely to do from that height is indicate the vast extent of the damage that Israel has done to Gaza, the vast destruction that has swept from the north to the south and the east, and from the east to the west of that small enclave. Someone who's been a witness to that destruction is my guest that I spoke to earlier today. Her name is Ola Amira. She's a 20-year-old medical student in Gaza. And though she hasn't been able to continue her studies for nearly 2 years now, she is volunteering for Reviving Gaza, a mutual aid initiative providing the immediate and basic needs of people in Gaza. A hungry and to my eye, quite tired Ola joined me from Gaza City. And I began by asking her how difficult it is to get food in Gaza and how people were coping with their hunger.
The situation in Gaza is undescribable right now. Even if I spent hours here talking about what is really going in Gaza, is not going to give it the full credit of it. However, I'm trying to do my best in delivering what is really going on. So in the market, food does not exist because of the recent blockades and the borders are closed. Food is scarce, and even if you were able to find food, its price is crazy. It's skyrocketed every moment, and people who have gone into a deliberate starvation and have gone into this 2020 month of starvation have lost their income, and people can't afford to buy food at this crazy prices. So many people are now collapsing on the street right now. People are literally dying from hunger. And according to Ministry of Health, this recent week, 79 people have died because of hunger. Could you imagine that? That means almost more than 10 people are dying daily because of starvation. And this is actually what we try to do in Reviving Gaza Group. We try to provide food and water to people so they can have a chance to survive. And we target people who not only they don't live in camps, we don't even, their life are miserable. They don't live in camps, they're literally living in the streets. And they have lost everything during this devastating war. So we try to buy the food from people who have previous storage before the war, or they got it from, the different tribes, if you heard about it, Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. People risk their lives to get there, to get some kind of food to silence their children aching stomachs. And we try to reach these people and buy what we can from them. And we try to buy a huge amount so we get it in a better deal and better price. And this food, we try to distribute them to people who are in the most desperate conditions, to orphans, to mothers, to people with autism, elderly, and everyone who is in need.
So what you were describing there in terms of distribution of aid, is that the Revival Gaza Mutual Aid Project that you're talking about?
Yeah, Reviving Gaza Mutual Aid Project. It's
Reviving Gaza, okay.
Reviving Gaza. It's a great mutual aid network. It's Palestinian-led. It's volunteer-led. It has started since the beginning of the war. We try to provide people, our aim from its name, to revive the hope in people and help people as much as we can to have them a chance, let them have a chance to have a future, to live.
We will be putting the link to that project in the show when this interview airs, so people out there will be able to support it from here. Ola, let me talk about your life in Gaza. You are a medical student. Can you tell me what the last 20 months has meant for you, how it's changed your life?
It's beyond description. To be honest, there's no electricity, there's no classes, no reliable internet. So instead of studying like any medical student, busy of studying, studying here has become nearly impossible. Okay, but I choose to study medicine just because I love to help people. I love to relieve the pain of people. So this is the same reason that led me to join Reviving Gaza. Because at least I can't now, because of the ongoing situation, I can't complete my education. But at least now I can help people prevent dying of people from starvation. You know what I mean? I can't help people die in operation rooms with a scalpel, but now I can help people not die because of the starvation with Reviving Gaza group. So studying now has become like a dream for us. Continuing education has become like a dream for us, for all medical students here, for all people with ambitions and dream in Gaza. Our future is unknown, and we literally don't know what the future is going to be for us.
Israel has said that it's slowly allowing aid in, outside of the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, that it's allowing the UN, for example, to deliver a small amount of aid. There's also been airdrops from various countries. Are these making any difference at all to the situation?
The starvation is still going on. People are still dying until now. Until I'm speaking to you, people are dying from starvation. And I can't deny, I'm talking to you right now, and I personally didn't have neither my lunch or breakfast, because people here in Gaza, there is no food. You know what I mean? It's just only in media. But the situation in Gaza has not changed since the borders has closed. People can't afford to buy food. Food does not even exist in the market, and even if you find it, its price is crazy, and people can't afford it.
And what do you and other Palestinians in Gaza feel about the international response to the situation? Do you feel like the international community is putting enough pressure on Israel? What would you like? What would you like the world to be doing to help you?
Well, actually, the situation and the world response to what is really going here is super disappointing. It makes us, feel in despair, because how could this in 2025, how could this happens in front of many people eyes, and people are not taking the action that should have been taken. The genocide should stop right now. People are dying every moment, and people are not taking the serious actions. It's just words. There's no real pressure. There's no accountability for what is really going here in Gaza. uh, I always say that, in the West, we always, they even have here animals. I mean, animals' rights. But here in Gaza, we are treated less than animals, and nobody is talking about it. Even though we're talking about it, but there is no actions. There is no genocide is still going on, and people are dying. If they're not dying because of hunger, of bombing, they're dying because of starvation. If they're not dying because of starvation, because they are dying because of diseases. You know what I mean? There is many cases of people who have died suddenly without pumping or being killed, because they are dying because of the lack of medications uh, and proper care. So no, people are not taking but there's no right actions. We need pressure to invest. This what is going in Gaza needs to stop. Okay, the borders needs to open. Genocide should stop. People are dying, and you know, countries needs to take action about it, because we always say through the history, when all this uh, uh, disasters happened, they always like how in the future we would never let this happen, but this is literally happening in front of your eyes, and people are not taking the proper action of stopping it. We are humans. We have dreams and we have ambitions, and we never wanted our ambitions to be about a piece of bread. Okay, now if you give someone a Palestinian in Gaza a piece of bread, he would thank you, and it's like giving him the whole world. But this is should not be our dream. Should be our right. You know what I mean? We want to continue pursue our dreams and ambitions. We want to see our house rebuilt. We want the genocide to stop and the borders to be opened, and see our lovely city alive again and back to normal, and have our rights fulfilled without, the recent genocide and the starvation.
One of the very striking things for me, and here at Novara, we've been covering this genocide almost daily since it began. One thing that strikes me every day is the profound strength of endurance of Palestinians in Gaza in the face of such horrors. Where do you think that strength and that endurance comes from?
We're actually strong, but we can't deny that we are exhausted and we are tired because of the ongoing situation. We had enough. We, as a medical student and as uh, people like me, youth and children and elders, all of them, if you ask anyone from Gaza right now, they wish not just the war they want the war to stop. They want the genocide to stop. We are exhausted. We are tired. We're not enduring it. We are forced to endure it because we have no other option. You know what I mean? And we can't deny that we uh, managed to stay positive during this hardship. And all this because, as a Muslim, we believe that of the hardships will come to an end, and all this life is just a test, and God is being with us, and thanks to God, even in the hardest time, you would find His merciness with you. So it's making things easier, but it's not like a choice for us that we chose to endure this. We have no other choice. What can you do than just try to stay positive, try to say that this is going to end soon. In the future, I hope that May Allah make this easy for us. May in the future, I hope that I can continue my study and continue my education. I hope in the future that I can rebuild my house. But other than that, we are exhausted, we are tired, we need this to stop. And we have no other choice but to endure this.
And despite being exhausted and enduring all of this and fearing for your own future, you're going to continue distributing aid to those who most need it through the Reviving Gaza project.
Yeah, Reviving Gaza Group project is an inspiration for me because, as I said before, I love helping people, and this is what led me to medicine in the first place, and this is what made me join Reviving Gaza Group. And we try to support people with their basic needs like food and water because people can't live without food and water, especially water. And we focus on water because this has like a personal story with us. Back at the beginning of the war, water was so scarce because all the desalination plants have stopped working because there was no fuel. So this led to water scarcity in our area, the area we were displaced to. So my brother would go miles away just to get, 2 containers of water. Every container is 8 liters of water. Could you imagine how heavy this is and how risky this is? Because going outside of your home during war is super risky and super dangerous. So he would go every day for 4 hours going to this desalination plant and getting back after 8 hours, 4 hours going and 4 hours getting back to the house. And the result of this, that the water is not enough. And we, all of us at that time, suffered from dehydration. But we couldn't complain because at least we have like water. One day we woke up because of this like a crazy sounds of pumping, and it was known for us. But going outside right now because of the crazy sounds of pumping and the situation was so bad. It was known for us that going outside right now is considered genocide. It's considered suicide. So we refused to let my brother go outside, and we had to drink from undrinkable water. It's water from the sea water. It's full of bacteria. It's not hygienic at all. But we had no other choice but to drink from it. Okay. And we actually drank from it. And I remember at that day, after shortly drinking from it, I had like this severe kidney pain. And I only found myself on the ground crying, screaming from my kidney. And until now, my mother is a pharmacist and she quickly injected me with a painkiller and antibiotic. But I'm saying that until now, I suffer from my kidney damage. Like my kidney has not come back to its normal state after I drank from this undrinkable water. And shortly after this story, we were forcibly displayed to another area where I joined Reviving Gaza Group. And I was surprised to find that all the team members had gone through the same story as mine. They all suffered because of water scarcity, and some of them drank even from the sewage. Could you imagine that? So one thing we had in mind, if you want to help someone in Gaza, it has to be water because you can't live without water. Water is a basic need for every human being. So this is why we focused on water in Reviving Gaza Group. And until now, we have distributed more than 3 million liters of water to camps, neglected areas, to people living in school shelters. And other than water, we do distribute food, we distribute medications, and we try to customize the help to every family needs, because in every family's situation is different than other families. We people and families who are have patients, elderlies, or children, malnourished children. We try to provide them with baby formula. We try to provide them with their medications. This is why we need your support to be able to continue to do this, and to keep giving people the chance to live and have a better future. This is why your donations and your support is critical and crucial in this moment where people is going in under the worst situation since the beginning of the war.